So restorative justice is really a process that pays attention not just to the perpetrator, but the victim of the act or the crime or the incident as well. What I think is a beautiful part about this is that restorative justice is an opportunity for us to resolve conflicts and promote healing.
When we look at what people do, there have been some conventional questions that get asked which govern the kind of responses that schools make and courts make and so on. And these questions are usually along the lines of who did it, what do they deserve, and what punishment will be given to them. Restorative justice argues that basically those questions are not enough. And the reason that they're not enough is they don't actually bring about change. Now, restorative justice asks a different question. It's instead of saying who did it, it asks the question, what do they need to do to actually restore the damage that they have done as much as possible, as much as can be made to happen. It's trying to build up a culture in which people are encouraged, they can't be forced, but they're encouraged to make amends for things that they do wrong, for mistakes that they make, and to help to try and fix those. It's not about taking an offender and making a soft option for them. It's not about saying they are excused for anything that they've done. In fact, it is about accountability, but instead of accountability to authority, which is the usual way that people think, it's accountability to the person who they've harmed or the persons that they've harmed.
So it digs down to the roots of those issues and doesn't cover things up, but it pulls them out in the open, deals with them, and allows us to walk away with a better understanding and appreciation for each other as humans.
The aim is to actually bring about change. They learn to make up for mistakes, particularly through two things which I think are really important. The first one is when they actually get to hear from and understand and respond to the person or persons that they've actually harmed. That makes a big difference than just hearing from an authority figure. And secondly, the thing that makes a difference and enables people to change is when you wrap a community of care around a situation so that others who matter to the person who has done the offending are also brought into the picture, given a say and given a chance to actually help address the problem.
So including all of the appropriate people in the conversation, bringing them together and having the ability to dialogue among themselves to promote healing and restoration beyond just someone getting punished for something that they did wrong or beyond just a surface dealing with the incident itself. And so the value of restorative justice is we're building mindsets around taking accountability and ownership for the things we do that are wrong and repairing those things and promoting healing in our communities. To me, that's the value of restorative justice.
Schools are not just there to produce people who can read and do maths and calculate and those kinds of things. They're there to actually produce citizens. And good citizens are people who are going to go forward into their adult lives knowing how to deal with problem situations, how to respond to challenges that other people raise, and how to actually address the problems that they've created for others and to make those right. And that's what restorative justice is about.
When an incident occurs, sometimes it doesn't just affect students in the classroom or just students and staff. There are times when incidents affect far beyond that. The ripple effect, kind of like when you throw a pebble in the pond, it just ripples out and it affects people. And so we have to know how to have the kinds of conversations that pays attention to those ripples and brings them into the conversation so that when we resolve the conflict at the end of the day, we all walk away saying, we did a good job of talking this through, and we're now promoting healing to occur and putting things in place to help us prevent these kinds of things from happening again where we're causing harm.